Hiya, how you doing? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome to this special wee saunter. Let me show you where we're going, what's ahead. So we're out on this bit frosty, chilly, late autumn afternoon in a wee place called Cleland. Now hopefully with a bit of tomfoolery and expert editing on my part, a little map might pop up to show you where Cleland is. And on that map, if you look very closely, you'll see that there's a little village next to Cleland called Newarthill, and that's where I grew up as a young Davie, going through my childhood and my teenage years, and then coming back in my early adulthood at the age of 21 to be the district ranger for the area. This path that I'm on just now is a path that takes us across the countryside between Cleland and Newarthill. Basically farmland. And this is an old railway line, an old disused railway line that runs right through the heart of it all. So hopefully, if nothing else, it'll be a really nice walk. It's a nice sunny day. I think we'll have the weather and the sun with us, which is decent. I don't really know what to expect, to be honest. So here's the deal. I used to walk this track every single day. It was part of my route that I would take as a ranger while out patrolling. And it would be my responsibility to make sure that the track wasn't blocked, that everything was okay and dandy with it for people walking, and that nobody was getting into trouble or causing any mischief while they were out here. And then on top of that, also had some sort of control over the management of the habitat. We'd do selective tree thinning, we'd create meadows, and we planted quite a lot of trees in some very specific areas that we hoped in the future would create fantastic woodlands. And one of the things about today, hopefully, is where we're going to be walking to. And it's a few wee mile away. It's good, don't know, maybe a good 5-6 miles walking. But where we're going to be walking to is one of those woodlands that I planted up working as a ranger back in Newarthill. Now, as I said, I've not walked this path in well, it's got to be at least 15, 16 years. I grew up in these woods. This is where I learned my trade, so to speak, my woodland lore. This was the area that I came in and ran about and learned all about trees and birds and countryside lore. The woodland looks absolutely amazing at this time of the year, you can see. We're not going to spend a lot of time looking at the valleys either side. What we are doing here is, as I said, this used to be an old railway line. Newarthill, Cleland, Hollytown, all the surrounding villages here all came about because of mining. There's a rich mining history in this part of Scotland. Not much left of it now, especially around about Lanarkshire, but you can still see evidence of it. And one of the major factors is what's been left is these pathways. We call them rights of way in the UK. I believe this was right of way number 21. There was about 7 rights of ways in total that I used to patrol on a daily basis. So it's with that in mind, I thought I would make a start on this little series of videos. Since I moved back to Lanarkshire over a year ago now, one of the things I've been wanting to do is come back and visit some of the old places that I used to hang out, some of the places that I used to do my learning in, so to speak, growing up. I guess at the end of the day, it's places like this is what made me who I am. You never know, walking about here, maybe we'll find some sort of answer to my questions of why I find Druidic lore so fascinating. As you come walking along here, one of the great things I like is there's still some small wee remnants of what was here before nature got to take hold. You can see the big embankment in front of me here, the brickwork, with all the ferns growing up through it all. And this was probably like a station halt for one of the mines. All the mines were numbered. Top of my head, it's been a long time since I've been here, so I don't remember what they all were. There may be some way to have a wee look at the history when I get back home tonight, and if I have done, I'll overlay some images and information on top of the video. It's very quiet here. It's one of the things I remember about this place. Walking about as a kid, it's always very quiet. And it was always just me and nature. Very strong feeling. So we're kind of coming to the top of the hill. Look, there's a way over that way somewhere. You can see the trees just at the other side of the field there. We'll meet up with them further on down this track. I'll let you have a look at the valley in here. So you may have heard me talk a little bit in the past about how Lanarkshire is like a big prehistoric bowl. If you look at it from a map above, it's almost like a big meteor has crashed in and created a huge crater. Well, this bit here, this bit's called the Calder Valley, and the Calder River runs up through, and the Calder River, to my knowledge, is probably the lowest part of Lanarkshire. And in front of me here you can see you can see the edge of the bowl over there, and it's almost like there's a wee indent at the bottom of the bowl, if you understand. So if you can imagine a bowl with a little bowl right at the bottom of it. In geological terms, that's what the Calder River is. I don't think we'll get a chance to get down to the Calder River today, but certainly over the next couple of weeks, I want this to be like a series of videos of me looking back at the area where I grew up, and the area where I started my working life, and just see what comes from that. So this will be the first walk, and we're going to, as I said, we're going to go over and have a look at a woodland I created back when I was a ranger, almost 16 years ago, 15, 16 years ago. Hopefully as the weeks go on, I want to take you to a couple of other sites. There's a wee urban country park called Brannock Nature Reserve, which is another place I would like to take you and have a wee look around about. And a few of the other woodlands that I used to kick about in when I was a kid. Now the thing about this, I've not really looked on a map that much as to get an understanding of what the place is like. So we might very well do all of this walking and get to a bit where I think it's going to be glorious countryside, and it might very well be a housing estate, and that's not going to be very nice if it's the case. But that is what it is, and maybe that'll be part of the reflection process. So I'm going to continue walking down this little track for a bit. I'll maybe leave the video running just so you can get an idea of the beautiful landscapes that we've got here. You see that sun coming through the autumn sun coming through the trees. It's absolutely bonny. So yeah, I'm going to keep on walking down here. I'll record for another few minutes to let you enjoy the walk. And then I'll stop, walk on a little bit further and catch up with these further down the line. And that'll make a lot of sense later on in the video. Hope you enjoy. And you wonder why I like silver birches so much. I grew up in amongst all of this. It's beautiful, beautiful silver birch woodland. Absolutely gorgeous. One of the daily tasks I had as a ranger was when I'm out patrolling, a call would come across the radio. Ranger 1 to Ranger 5, come in Ranger 5. And I would respond back, Ranger 5, go ahead Ranger 1. And a voice would come back saying, Ranger 5, we've had a report of youths with a motorbike hurtling along right of way number 21. And it would be my job to get on my bike and go over here as fast as I can and give chase to the youths and the motorbikes. Well, they don't have rangers anymore that do stuff like this. So instead of rangers, this is what we get. Some big giant great steel monstrosity built in the middle of the path to supposedly stop motorbikers and probably horses too. Horses was a common problem that we had. So a little bit of a dilemma. I've came to this bit here. Wow. And there's a path going down there, which is new to me, I think. I think we should just keep going straight on that way, because I'm not sure where that bottom path takes us. I know this tree. I don't know how long you've got left by the looks of the work that's been going on. And I'm sorry about that, Mr. Beech Tree. Sorry that somebody has to go and desecrate you with the name Shandy as well. I've known this tree since I was a boy. Looks like they've just left them enough for him to grow. Hopefully he won't come down in the wind. You can see the woodland here is in a pretty bad mess. It's not actually been taken care of. Now here I'm looking, you can see these branches. Somebody's literally pulled these branches through and put them through the railings. So as you can guess, you know, looking at that, I could tell you just by looking, that's not going to stop any motorbike, you know what I mean? But these are obviously locals that have decided to try and stack some of the branches up just to make it harder maybe for the motorbikers going along here, which is admirable. I just wish the council would maybe take notice that, you know, there's more natural ways to put blockages up rather than make these horrendous steel structures. So I've just figured something out. The last time that I was here, part of this area was getting turned into a golf course. And that was one of the reasons why I've never came back here for a look, because I actually thought that all of this woodland would be gone. So that little path that we saw going down the side, just the other side of the trees there is the edge of the golf course. There's an area down there that I would know as Corrs Dam. It's part of the Calder Valley. And again, I don't even know if it exists anymore. But that will be one of the sections in this series of videos as a visit to Corrs Dam as we walk along the Calder Valley. For the moment, we're sticking to the high ground and we're walking along the old railway line that used to be, I think, right away number 21 between Newarthill and Cleland, and we're walking from Cleland towards Newarthill. Again, I'll try and stick the wee map up on the edit of this and it'll show you exactly where I am. Sorry, I should have said. Beautiful, beautiful sunny afternoon. This beautiful silver birch beech woodland. I say silver birch beech, there's a very good mix of trees through here. Ash and oak, lots of hazel, hawthorns. A really, really good mix. But there's some really old silver birches and some beautiful old oak trees as well. This one in particular. Another favourite of mine, and one that I've known for quite some time. It's a beautiful oak tree. You can see them sprawling up into the sky. Let's go and say a wee hello. It's been a number of years, old friend. How are you doing? You're looking well. You really are. Look at you. Wow. Are you no gorgeous? You absolutely are. And just like that, just like that, it feels like I'm back home. There's something I thought I wouldn't say ever again. Let's carry on. See the new young oak trees coming up. It's one of the things that's really good about this. There's a lot of self-regeneration going on, a lot of self-seeding. So the woodland's surviving on its own, just like it should. So I think this is what you call low impact management when it comes to woodlands, low impact habitat management. Essentially you get a path and you put a path through the woodland, and the only thing that you really pertain to is the upkeep and maintenance of the path, and you let everything round about just go up naturally. Now, I stood here as a teenage boy and there would be woodland for 5 miles in either direction of me here, which is quite an extensive site for Lanarkshire. Now it's different. I mean, we still have some cracking heathland that you can see on this left hand side of me walking down the path. And again, maybe another day we'll kind of have a look through. I know that Dwayne loves looking at the grasslands, so thorns, jaggy nettles. I'll come through all the brambles to the fence line, just so I can give Dwayne the sweeping shot of the heathlands of North Lanarkshire. And again, hopefully we'll come back here and have a better look around. As you can see, the habitat's totally different. And it changes instantly as soon as you come through the hedge and back into the woodland area. But on the other side of the path, if I were to walk through for maybe about 200-300 yards through those trees, unfortunately we would hit a golf course. So we're not going to do that. We're going to keep walking down here and see what happens, and see what they see. The colours are beautiful, aren't they? Absolutely gorgeous. Right, I'm going to shut up for a wee bit again and let you just enjoy the walk. See all the beech leaves coming off of the large tree in front of me here. It carpets the woodland floor, the path here, with this russet brown colour. Wow, is that not gorgeous? Beautiful big beech tree. Wow. You know I've got to go down and have a look. I'm sure we had a rope swing off of this when we were a kid. But I'm pretty sure we had a rope coming off of that big thick branch. And this was a rope swing that we used to play at. Pretty sure it was. A little tree. How are you? You look amazing. Do you remember me? I remember you. Oh, stunning. Absolutely stunning. Man, I love this place. I don't think I could ever forget how beautiful and how bonny the countryside is about here, how vibrant the countryside is here. it's got to be said that I grew up to be Davie Ranger. This is why. This was all on my doorstep growing up. Every day I would dog school and come running over here just so that I could wander about and soak up nature. And it was this place that done it. This is where the magic rubbed off, you might say. We'll walk on a little bit further. See, evidence of motorbikers. I don't deny bikers having the right to come over with scramblers or kids to, there should be a designated kind of area for it though. Sad to say, but I've been witness to quite a few accidents here and in other places similar, and very sadly 2 fatalities due to kids being out with scramblers kicking about areas like this. Now here we go. As you can see here now, we've got another level down the bottom. I'm not going to go down because I really don't know what's at the other end. I remember it being blocked off when I was a kid. But it's funny because when we were kids and we were wandering about here, we called this place the canyon. Because to us as kids, don't know if you heard that, but there's a wee buck roe deer just crossed the path in front of us, and I might have got him on camera. We'll walk up a little bit. I think he was probably spooked. He's probably miles away by now. But yeah, he crossed the path just in front of us here and ran down into the canyon. Into there. So I'll keep the camera going and I'll walk along this way. Oh. See this? Look, see all the way along here, all this rooting. This is badgers. They're either looking for grubs or they're digging latrines. Wow. I don't think we'll see the deer. Yeah, so where was I? The canyon. This is what we called the canyon, just because it was this big gully. And it essentially what it really is probably some sort of railway siding. As far as I remember being a kid, it's always looked like this. And there's like brickworks and stuff further on down, or evidence of brickworks. So yeah, it's probably some sort of railway siding at one point for the mines, maybe like for offloading or unloading from the embankment up here down to the bottom. Don't know, your guess is as good as mine. Let's continue walking along a little way. So I think, as you can hear up ahead, so I'm just stopping because I can hear lots of movement down in the gully there, and I'm pretty sure it's that deer. He's probably walking up with us, and I don't want to spook him onto the road. So as we're coming up to the road here, this is sort of like a halfway point in the walk or the right of way. And this is the main road that connects Cleland and Carfin. Unless they've built some new roads since the last time I was here, but it all looks the same, so I think we're in good stead. And really, this bit is the end of the canyon that we've just walked along. So we're going to go up and cross this main road, hopefully. And if my memory serves correct, there should be a little path up there somewhere, but these bends are really bad and tight. Wow, what a view. I'll bring you across here. And just quickly, I don't know if you can see the view in the distance, but way in the distance, just below the cloud line, you can see on the horizon the Campsie Fells. And the Campsies are like a ridge line of mountainous land that surrounds Stirling, Kilsyth and Lanarkshire. Or at least Kilsyth and Lanarkshire anyway. Let's wait till some of this traffic goes away. The road's quite treacherous here, unfortunately. We'll just walk up here a little bit and we'll get off as soon as we can. Bear with, as they say. Here's another motor coming behind me. So that's the road back up to Cleland, and what we're doing is we're cutting across this way. This has totally changed. There used to be a big hill here, right in front of me. Right in front of me here. There used to be, like here, there used to be a big hill. And and it was used as a dump ground, like everybody would come and dump their rubbish here. It was ridiculous. Lots of cars and so on and so forth. Now we look at the brickwork here. Some interesting bricks and bits and pieces. Maybe worth having a wee look at another day. Big algae pond. So we're going to be going down that way. Right, just give me a second. So we're going to be going along this way. And this road here, this path that we're taking, again is a continuation of the path that we were just walking on. Again, it's classed as right away number 21. And it's part of what used to be the old railway lines. As a train just heads off into the distance. It's part of what used to be the old railway lines for the mining villages in Newarthill, Cleland and Carfin. And I said earlier I would get yous on further down the line. Well, when I grew up as a child, for me and people previous to me, and I hope people going forward as well, this place was always known as the line. We used to say we're going to go a walk over a line. So this is us, a walk along the line back to Newarthill. Now the last time I was here, there was hedges either side of me on the path. So it's all been cleared, or at least the hedges have all been cleared. And it's all very open and sparse. I don't really remember it being like this before. It seems to me a lot of trees have been felled or knocked down. The houses that you see in the distance is Newarthill. I don't know, you might just be able to see the top of the chapel. We might go and have a look. I'll see how I feel when we go over there. A lot of the houses that are kind of down here are more newer built. I don't know if you can see, there's a sort of a building with a cross and a point kind of stands up over the top. That's Carfin Grotto. Which is maybe an area we can go and have a wee look at another day as well. It would probably be a separate video. But a very interesting place, Carfin Grotto nonetheless. So we'll walk along here a wee bit. There used to be a brickworks down here. I'm hoping that it's still there. And we can stop there for a wee minute when we get there. But for the moment, just enjoy the countryside of North Lanarkshire. It's a bit of a stark change from where we came before, being surrounded by the mixed deciduous woodland and then coming out to open farmland, so to speak. This used to be all arable farmland when I was a kid growing up, so lots of wheat, lots of barley, lots of crop plantations. Not much in the way of sheep or cattle. I think the land's pretty fertile about here, so it's suited well to arable farming. Jings. It's funny how the fence hasn't changed. This bridge, some new bricks, but essentially it's the same as it always used to be. And the railway line, this is the Glasgow to Edinburgh line, I think. It goes to Shotts up there. We used to play at the other end of this. I don't know if the brickworks is still there. I'll go and have a look. Don't really know what these brickworks were for either. I guess, again, because this would be a railway line, it would be some sort of station halt. But it looks like they're not there anymore. Yeah, well, kinda. It's all overgrown. Wow. Fenced in too. So beyond this gate here, used to be, in amongst all those gorse bushes, you can just see, just in the corner there's a wee showing of bricks there. And these used to be old abandoned kind of workshops. As I say, I think for the old railway line when the mines and stuff were here. It's very special little point for me here. At the tender age of 13 I lost my virginity here. One beautiful summer's day. And I'll save the blushes of the girl who gave me the honour. But fond memories, let's say. Very fond memories. What a beautiful day. I'm worried about how long I have in my camera, battery wise. So we won't hang about too much. I really want to go on to the end of the walk to see the woodland, to see if it's there. Wow. Oh, the brickworks. Fond memories indeed. I'm pretty sure, you know, a lot of the kids that grew up in Newarthill during my generation probably lost their virginity at the brickworks. It was a bit of a hangout, let's say. Oh wow, I don't know if you can see in the distance. We have, it's too far away. We had a bird of prey just fly up over that tree line. I do believe probably a buzzard. Maybe we'll hear him when we get further down. We're out today, and as much as it's a lovely view, maybe just have my pretty wee face up as I turn this corner. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. So, this wee bit here that you can see behind me, just before we turn the corner, I think that's what this fence is. We'll go up and have a wee look. Yeah. Hold on. I'm so excited. I don't know what to show you, it's whether to show you my face or whether to show you what's in front of me. So Woodland Walk, the signpost says, and that's where we're going to go. That's amazing. Before we go there, quickly take you to a very special place. A very, very special place. This is a small outcrop of slate. I don't know whether it's natural or whatever. Wow. You see that fire pit there? I can tell you for an absolute fact that that fire pit has been there since the 60s. Because this little hill that I'm now on, I nicknamed it back when I was 14-year-old, and I nicknamed it the cinema, because that's the view that we have from up here. Now at night time, me and my friends would come up here and just sit and partake of the village, which was a lot smaller back then. The houses that were in front of me here, they certainly weren't there. It was mostly woodland down there. So yeah, we used to call this the cinema. And this was also the very, 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 very first place I ever took acid. The first place I smoked a joint, and the first place I drank a bottle of wine. Somebody walking about with their dog. Will stop just now. I'll get you back in a minute. The first place I had a bottle of wine. First place I smoked a cigarette. First place I smoked a joint. First place I kissed a boy. The cinema. So glad it's still here. I think I've got to sit here and reminisce just for a little bit myself. And then we'll go and take a walk through the woodland, eh? That sounds nice. It's a bonny, bonny place. Right, let's do this, so to speak. So glad the cinema's still here. It's weird. Amount of times I've walked down there steaming. Wow. So, back in, don't know, 92 or something like that, me and a fella called Jimmy Breen, he was my partner in the ranger service. I had been walking about here as a kid for the better part of sort of 15-20 years. And my boss in the ranger service says to us, David, I want you to pick an area that you can turn into a nature reserve. And it'd be good for schools. Well, I had two areas, Leg Brannock and the Line. And this is the Line. And over a course of about 4 years, me and Jimmy planted up 3 fields full of trees. And I've never been back to see what it's like until now.